It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Philadelphia 76ers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Knicks. And a win here would really be a psychological win for them as well. Nothing's more damaging than getting completely swept by a team throughout the season.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Money, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Drake in at the four-man position. Here's Caboclo, throws down the breakaway jam.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
Pass to Weber, ripped away. And a fast break now for New York. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. McGinnis, guarded by Hardaway, passes to Embiid, and he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's Money. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Drake. Rebound by the 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I think, Kevin, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
This is his first free throw of the game.
76% of the strike for him to this point of the season.
There's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And he gets it to go.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the score by New York. There's the feed to Weber. There's the pick. No luck. Great D that time from Hardaway. New York leading by 4. Down low. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his first points of the game.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. To the right side. Nobody near Barnes. Knicks with the rebound. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
So a moment now, let's check out the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. Well, since the All-Star break, he's been doing some nice work. He's averaging 12 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Here's Money. It's blocked with the second effort. The pass to Richards. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. Knicks on defense. Richards passes to Weber. Dishes to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Good, and Weber gets the assist. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's Money. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the score by New York. Pass to Richards. He dishes it to Embiid, and Cantor over to help. Here's Richards. Money from the wing.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Money. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. 3rd in three-point shooting. 6th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
When you talk about the free throw shooting, that's what jumps out at me, Clark. And when you shoot well from the foul line, it allows you to close games so much easier because those are easy points, and you get your defense set up at the other end because the clock is stopped.
Here's Money. The 76ers getting the bucket. Cannot hit. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Feeds to Weber. Out to the right wing. Here's Richards. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Down low. And the layup is good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Leonard, he's checked in for New York. While we have a chance here, the NBA's assist leader for the second half of the season. Well, you look at Money, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Tell you what, he's taken his passing to a whole different level since the All-Star break.
Philadelphia with the ball. 4-point game. Kicks to Barnes. Here's Richards. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Now the 76ers on the break. Barnes with the ball. Weber with it. Leonard picks him up. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's McGinnis on the money from 12 feet away. He's got 6.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Here's Money. Outside Hardaway. Fades back. The shot's good for Money. Money's got 7. Hey, Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
And so here is Philadelphia after the made shot from Money.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've gotten every rebound, Clark.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
McGinnis. Here's Embiid, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing. The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Richards, he's covered by Leonard, the 17-footer. Goes back up, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game. So both teams changing it up here. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Milwaukee.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Here is Lowry. Myers Leonard picking up that last basket. Here's Bayless. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Money.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Kufis dishes to Johnson. To the middle. It's tipped. New York leading by 7. 6 to shoot. Here's Money. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at the Knicks. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Philadelphia. They're in the 4th position.
When I look at New York, they've continued their breakout season. I mean,
yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. Let's see if they can continue that momentum.
And the first one at the line is good.
Check out the game for Money. He's already got 11 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
Now, here is Lowry. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
Yeah, Kevin, he really set up shop at that foul line. I mean, they could not do anything with him defensively, and so they had to keep fouling.
Here's Covington. They trail by 9 points. Nobody near Barnes. The 76ers again can't hit it. Embiid comes with a double team. Johnson, the pass to Reese. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
1:56 left here in the opening quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. There was one point in particular that he emphasized. This is a very fast team they're up against, and he told me that their goal will be to force them to earn their points in the half-court offense, not get loose in transition, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Okay, let's take a look at Kyle Lowry's numbers. The past few weeks, he's been a contributor. You can see where he ranks, averaging about 11 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he's the leader of that second unit. Great guy to have coming off that bench.
I think it's pretty clear. He might not start, but it's obvious when he's on the floor, the other players are looking to him for leadership.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
Here's Money. He's got 15. Into Johnson. Ball stolen. They're running. Here's Covington. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Tell you what, he's not going to win any high jump competition, so it's a good thing he doesn't have to go too far to get to the rim.
I'm not sure he could, or any of us could slip a piece of paper under him when he takes off.
It doesn't matter much, so Kevin, because he's such a big man. I mean, if he gets positioned, forget about it.
And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 9 points. 76ers moving the ball around. Lowry kicks to Covington. No good with the triple. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Reese the pass to Johnson. The dish to Lito. Lets it go from deep, and that one's good. Lito's got his first 3 points of the game.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Now here is Lowry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Bayless dishes to Barnes, takes the three. No good on that last second attempt there. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Knicks lead by 12. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
This Friday night, April 5th, the Boston Celtics go up against the New York Knicks. Be there.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
Weber is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And so Lowry nails both of them. The Knicks leading by 10. Here's Money. He kicks it to Johnson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, Philadelphia, since the All-Star break, we get a look at the numbers they've put up. Third in three-point shooting. Fourth in fewest turnovers per game. And they show up also in the top 5 in opponent shooting percentage. That's because they've really made a commitment at the defensive end.
Well, and you talked about the free throw shooting. That's what jumps out at me, Clark. And when you shoot well from the foul line, it allows you to close games so much easier because those are easy points, and you get your defense set up at the other end because the clock is stopped.
The Knicks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Now here is Lowry, and the officials call the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates are baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I mean, I think he just lost track of the situation.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Knicks. Weber against Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Weber.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Money passes to Kufis. Here's Money. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down low. Kufis dishes to Leonard. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. In third, the Knicks.
Yeah, this team's success has always been tied to their rebounding. Just a physically dominant club.
Pass to Weber. Out left to the wing. Here's Ireland. And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here. They're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Here's Money. He's got 15. That one's off. Still out of sync. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. And New York making a change here.
Third team foul. Substitution for the Knicks. Vincent Drake.
Now here's Embiid. He's guarded by Johnson. Inside, shot clock at 6. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone.
Hammer time. Wow. Hammer time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
New York leading by 6. Here's Money. He's got 17. Johnson outside. And here we go. Here's Ireland. Rebounded by Hardaway. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 to start. Oh, look out. Watch out below. Wow. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Passes it to Weber. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's McGinnis. And that's an air ball. Not even close.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
That's good.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
I think our shot selection could be a lot better on the offensive end, so be patient. If you don't have an open look, move the basketball. Eventually, someone's going to be wide open for the shot. Now let's go.
Both teams will make substitutions. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Knicks coach was going over with his guys. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here is Weber. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Money. Down low. And that is good. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, it's been... poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
The 76ers trail by 13.
Blocking foul. That's his second personal.
Caboclo, he's checked in for Myers Leonard.
Checking in for the Knicks. Number 41.
Richards passes to Weber. Embiid kicks to Weber. 76ers moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Here's Richards. His three-pointers off the mark.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Now, here's Cantor. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And a phenomenal showing on the boards. His rebounding was a huge factor.
76ers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. To the wing on the left. Here's Weber. Another miss by Philadelphia. Now the Knicks with it. This run now up to 13-2. Throws it up high. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Knicks lead by 17.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Can't connect from short range.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Money. And again, it's New York.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
So it's Philadelphia now. 19-point game. To the inside. Here's Embiid, and he can't jam it through.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. He aimed for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
Money passes to Hardaway. Now, here's Cantor. Defense is right there, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Lido. Off target from outside. And the 76ers shooting just 34% from the floor. To the left wing. Bayless dishes to Embiid. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. And it's 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Here's Money. 21 points in the game. He feeds it to Cantor. That's good. Cantor's got 8 points.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
The 76ers trail by 19. The feed to Embiid. Out to the right wing. Tries to hit him and blocked.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
And for the 76ers, they're shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Here is Bayless. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago. To the inside, out to the wing. Nobody near Barnes. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Knicks leading by 22. Out to the right wing. The pass to Drake. It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. Now Bayless looking for his first basket still in this one.
New York foul called. Ricardo Lido. That's his first personal foul.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the 76ers. And New York making a change here. And he can't hit the second.
In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, you know, if other things aren't working for you, Steve, getting to the foul line can be a good place to start to turn it around.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Here's Money while recovering. Money passes to Caboclo. That's good. Caboclo's got 6.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The 76ers shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And Philadelphia making a change here. Covington's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Knicks leading by 19 points. Here's Money. He's got 24. That's tipped. And it's Lowry penetrating, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lowry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Pass to Caboclo. Reese covered by Barnes. That's good. Koufos has got his first bucket in this one.
Tell you what, does not matter what the score is. He's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And here's Lowry. He's got 6. Blocked. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Money. Lowry covering. Money passes to Caboclo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Caboclo's got 8.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Here's Money. Dishes to Koufos. Here's Lido. Passes it to Money. And he bangs it home with one hand. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's a major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player at any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
Here is Bayless. The Knicks making the shot. He tries for 3. Lowry can't get that one to fall. The Knicks leading by 21. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Here's Money. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
The Knicks making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. For New York, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Lowry kicks to Bayless. Back to Lowry. From 11 feet away. That's good. Lowry's got 8 points in the quarter. 7 seconds left in the first half. Reese the pass to Johnson. That 3 off the mark. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. New York ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. We're being unselfish with the ball and it's working. All the scoring opportunities have been coming because of the passing on that end of the floor, and I want to see that continue. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense. Great positioning, good job finding the open passing lanes and getting the ball in tight. And let's start every possession this.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York looking at who they've got. Money in at point guard. He's out there with Hardaway, and it's Cancer in at the 5. Clock at 6. Caboclo, the pass to Money. New York needs to get off a shot. Launches a 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He ended up with 68 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
That's good. Money's got 32 points in the game.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Embiid. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal.
Here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been in a groove from the free throw line since the All-Star break. The 76ers third.
Now, that break sure did them a lot of good because they have been locked in from the free throw line ever since.
For Philadelphia, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
It's been a solid outing for Embiid. He's got 10 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. New York leading by 23. Here's Money, 32 points in the game. Here's Cantor. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Knicks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And for the 76ers, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 30.
Oh, ridiculous move. Pour it down that time.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
10 seconds on the shot clock. 10.
Here's Drake.
Well, they need a shot or 2 to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Tipped away. Money passes to Caboclo. On up the court. And there's the pass to Richards. Shot clock at 5. Nobody near Barnes. It's good from long range. Barnes has got 10 points in the game.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
So a moment now, let's check out the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. He's been a force for them over the past month as you take a look at the league rankings. He's right around 13 points a night, 2 assists, and those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam.
Wow. Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Shot clock at 6. They need this one. Good.
Money.
34 points for Money.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Timeout for the 76ers. Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for
One more
us.
time, give it up.
Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Knicks coach was going over with his guys. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Good.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Pass to Caboclo. Cantor with it. He's got 10. Here's Money. Barnes grabs the miss. 3-on-3. Down low. Here's Embiid. The layup missed. New York leading by 16. Here's Money. He dishes it to Cantor. Outside Hardaway. Here's Caboclo. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Feeds it to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Barnes kicks to Weber. Off target from outside. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Caboclo from the right block. The shot is good. Caboclo's got 12.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Barnes passes to Richards. Here's McGinnis. Cans the shot with nobody near him. He's got 11. Here's Money. He's got 34. Kicks it to Cantor. Here's Money. From outside, off the mark. To the wing right side. Here's McGinnis. And there's the rejection. Here's Richards. That one wide left.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them. What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Now, here is Weber. Tight defense on him. Here's McGinnis. Off target from outside.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Money, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
Now we get a chance to check out Joel Embiid. He's been a standout for them the past few weeks. The numbers show it. 4th in blocks. And he's been a terrific rebounder as well, in the top 10 in that category per game.
And Steve, you said it. I mean, he ranks in the top 5 in blocks per game, and that puts him in his rightful place as one of the most feared defenders in the league right now.
Outside Lowry. And Lowry gets double-teamed. Here's Ireland. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 5 points in the game. The Knicks leading by 18.
Lowry.
Here's Money. He's got 36. Embiid comes with a double team. The dish to Leonard. And stolen by Barnes. And they're on the break. Here's Ireland. Makes it off the glass.
Ireland.
Here's Money. Down low. It's deflected. From the low block, again, Philadelphia.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
He kicks it to Leonard. The feed to Lowry. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Knicks leading by 12. Here's Money. To the right side. Fires the three. New York, no good that time either. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Ireland, he's guarded by Johnson. Lowry kicks to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Barnes can't get it to go.
Defense didn't give him any space there.
Lowry brings the double. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Covington. He's guarded by Johnson. It's deflected. Castellito. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for New York.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Johnson dishes to Lito. Back to Johnson. They set the pick. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Covington. Dishes it to Embiid. Passes it to Lowry. 4 on the clock. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 12.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim.
Came hard off that pick and finished strong.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set and did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
The drive by Lowry. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Expanding his range, and that one's good. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter. The Knicks leading by 14. Here's Money. He has 38 in the game, and stolen by Barnes. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. Back to Lowry. And there's the pass to Covington. He dishes it to Barnes. To the middle. And he lays it straight in. Covington's got 7 points in the game.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Here's Money. Lowry covering. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third.
That's a jump ball.
And so here is New York. with 1 on the clock. That one a little long. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks out front. They lead by 12. And time to step aside.
On tap this Saturday, April 6th, the New York Knicks take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
The 76ers trail by 12. Lowry out there with Jared Bayless. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Weber. And it's Embiid in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. But he stays with it. Outside Lowry. Here's Covington. Embiid kicks to Covington. Down low, here's Weber, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Weber.
That free throw good from Weber. Caboclo, he's checked in for New York. Hardaway comes in for Johnson. Weber hits them both. Here's Money. Pass to Caboclo. Embiid with the steal. And here they come. Here's Lowry. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Out to Hardaway. Pass to Caboclo. Feeds it to Hardaway. From deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Lowry kicks to Bayless. Back to Lowry. Trying his luck deep. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's his 2nd three-pointer of this half. Looks like he's starting to forget about that poor first half he had.
Outside Hardaway. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
The 76ers trail by 8. Lowry passes to Embiid. Here's Covington. Lowry has the open look. They get it back. Embiid dishes to Weber. Outside Lowry. Kicks it to Covington. Here's Embiid. And at last, they get one to fall.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
He came off the screen and finished with authority. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Covington kicks to Bayless. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 6 and the basket from Weber.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Here's Money. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Weber kicks to Covington. Comes up empty down low.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Money. Nailed from three-point land.
4-3.
Money's got 43 points.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shots. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
The Knicks leading by 9. Hardaway passes to Caboclo. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here is Bayless, guarded by Hardaway. Covington's shot is off.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Here's Money. And again, New York with the triple.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
And now the Knicks on the break. All alone. And again, it's New York.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Left side Lowry. The dish now to Covington to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, bad timing. His team trailing, and this has not been a quarter that he'd like to remember.
So both teams changing it up here. The Knicks leading by 16. Here's Drake. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
There's the feed to Barnes. He kicks it to Embiid. Here's Weber. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It's been a solid outing for Weber. 9 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
I'll say, defensively, he's fought his way through this game beautifully. They haven't gotten away with any loose passes, any sloppy ball handling when he's in the vicinity.
At the line for your 76ers, Weber. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Weber. He's off on the second. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. That should have been the simplest of exchanges.
The 76ers trail by 17. Down low. Can't get it to go.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
From deep. No good from Money. Passes it to Richards. He feeds it to Weber. Dishes it to Embiid. Good, and Weber gets the assist. Weber's got 4 assists in the game.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Here's Money. The 3. And that one's good. Money's got 51.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
The steal.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Richards off target with his 3.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's the break. Finish off the break.
See the way he times his passes so well? That was a great assist.
The assist, Carl McInnes.
Here's Money. Now the pass to Cantor. Right wing. Here's Money. Puts up a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 16th rebound on the night. And that one's good, Barnes.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
The Knicks leading by 16. Here's Money. Goes up off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
That's doing some skyscraping.
And we're talking about a point guard there, Kevin. He can really raise up.
A flashy pass, monster dunk, whatever it is. I mean, this guy's got the versatility to do it.
And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And Barnes comes to help. Money passes to Drake. He dishes it to Cantor, and stolen by Barnes. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Richards. And that is good.
Boy, the fast break has really been good to them here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, that's 3 of their last 5 scores coming in fast break situations, guys, so they to their opportunities.
Timeout, Knicks.
The Knicks leading by 16. Here's Money. Offensive rebound. Pass to Caboclo. Here's Money. Pass to Caboclo. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the officials.
Shooting for New York, number 41. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
Good on both. The 76ers trail by 18.
Timeout for the 76ers.
So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 18. Feeds it to Weber. Here's McGinnis. And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3 ball. They shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
Oh, look out, man! The rim is shaking. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff, right? they're major highlight reel material.
Kicks it to Barnes. Passes to Richards. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. That's good. 19 points in the game.
Back-to-back threes for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Here's money. Blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
18 seconds on the shot clock. 18.
Right side Hardaway. Now the pass to Money. Fades away. Weber pulls it in.
And, you know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Richards. Pulls up. And Caboclo pulls it down. Caboclo's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Money. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Well, what we saw here tonight is, one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for the Knicks.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And now racking up there, I can't believe I'm saying it, 71st victory of the season. Wow.
Oh! Flying through the air.
Assisted by Tim Hardaway.
Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it.
Ooh, that was awesome.
Look out below. And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for them.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Pulls up from the corner. That's good on the jump shot.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Passes to Richards. To the paint, got a piece of it, and it's good.
Joel Embiid.
Here's Money. Fades. Missed. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
You put on what was simply an incredible fourth period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
Yo, Doris, you know I'm always able to take over. Come on. Sometimes I even have to wait around and lay low for a few quarters, just so things are a little more dramatic in the fourth, you feel me? Yo, I know drama, and I like to keep it fun for the fans. That's just me, baby.
It was a pleasure for us to watch. Thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.
Now I own the several money market account. Blaze the street